So I've just got my Yoo-Hoo glue stick here, and I'm just putting a bit of that on the paper, opening up my sari silk just a little and kind of scrunching it and sticking it down as I go. And that'll just help things stay in place on this sheet until I want to stitch it. You don't have to stitch it, of course. You can use a stronger glue and just have it there ready to use. And so that's the base for that. You can do smaller ones as well. And I'm just, as I open it, I'm getting a lot of the silk threads. I'm just putting those to one side because I think I might use those as well. So maybe we'll make a couple of smaller ones. Like that. Can't see where I put the glue. Just like that. There. Make another one there. There we go. Make that one, maybe. Make another small one, I think, using that. There, just scrunch it up so it, oops, completely missed that up there, okay. Alright, let's put our lid back on. Oh, get off. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now I've got that like that. There's a couple of strands. Do I want to take those off, I think. Put it over there. That was a mistake. Okay. Stay. I've got a roll of tulle here. This was also something I found at the op shop a while ago. Comes in very useful. Okay. And you can even see, look, see that, how you pull it to the side, and look at that. It kind of gives it a wrinkly effect. Of course, it just straightens out again if you want it to. But that's another thought. Maybe we could do that a little bit on one of the smaller ones and see how that works. Because it does straighten out again, of course, if you're wanting it to. But that might be nice like that. Anyway, these will be done under the machine. I want some, oh, there's a couple of small pieces I've got left here, so I could use those, like one on there, and one on that one there. Maybe we'll use another colour on those. How much of this have I got? Okay, just put that to the side. What other colour? Oh, there's it's not exactly the same sort of thing. It's this. I actually want to use that on a different project though. maybe not. There is a brown one. This one, I guess, being a garden type of journal. It looks a bit dark though, doesn't it? Just let me see if I've got another one. I absolutely love this. I've got the purple. I wonder if I could use purple. Purple could work nice. Or there's this, which is really nice as well, I could use. Or maybe I'll do a bit in purple. It's not a colour I use very often, but it's not bright at all, is it? So maybe we'll use a bit of that on there. Where's the end? There. And a bit of this one. On there. Yeah. There's a bit of sari silk here too. Maybe we'll make another one as well. And this. Stay. And I'll use a bit of that on that one. Like that, and that will go under the machine. And I've got these little bits here still. I wonder if I could put that there and that there. Let's use this one, that way I can see what I'm doing a bit. A bit too much, never mind. That and that, like that. And I've got because even if you don't use all of these if I don't use all of these in these particular journals, they're always there for some other journals, aren't they? I want to use these little fluffy bit. They might be, get them off my desk. They're stuck to me again. No, I'll use those, like, they're good for little nesty things, I think. So, okay, what am I going to put there then? I don't want to overdo that. Maybe just a bit of sari on top, perhaps. Like that. With some zigzag, just for something a little bit different. Like that. And that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go sew those on, and then I'll be back. Okay, they're all done. So that's how you can do it on a sheet like that. You could put that in a folder until you're ready to use it. You can rip it to, like, you could have you could have a large piece, say like this. Let's just do it, shall we? I need to be cutting that. And then I can kind of rip that if I want to look a bit less straight. And that can go on a tuck spot or an envelope or anything. I could rip it even more narrow, like that, use that for something else. At the top of a page with some lace coming down, you know, a bit of just tie a bow and have a bow or something just coming down like that. You can do all sorts with this sort of thing. So that's on the page. I also did one in strips. It's pretty much just like a snippet roll, just a easier version of it. Rather than using fabric, you're using paper. And these sorts of things, these have been around for years and years and years in different ways. And these are great just to have on hand. And I've just changed the paper as I went along. I'll show you how I do that quickly. Just in case you've not seen how it's done, but they are very simple and they're really pretty to look at too. They're really pretty to look at. So I hope you can see well here. I'm surrounded in lights to hopefully lighten it up because it is fairly overcast this morning. Hopefully that might make it a little bit better too. So I have a strip, an offcut of paper. I'm going to position that under my machine. I'll just hold it there for a moment. I also have a piece of tulle, and this is just off a roll of tulle. I have a piece of sari silk. And so what I will do is put the sari silk down like that. I'll probably put it more to one side than the other. Then put the tulle over it like that. And then I have this lovely piece of fibre, and that was from Michelle. It's just beautiful. It's got a lovely mint blue green colour through it, and I love that. And I'm going to put that under there as well. I have my little purple thing here that's going to help me. Anything, you can use a little pair of scissors to hold things down. Just don't run over it with your machine. I have my machine on a zigzag. I'm just going to put that under there like that. And slowly, you don't have to do this in a hurry at all, especially if you're not used to sewing. Just straighten things out a little bit, and you want to be runching it a little. Might use the other end. Why aren't you moving? Okay. Okay. It's because it's slipping on that paper a bit. That's alright, we can work with that. You want to runch that up a little bit underneath, and then put your fibre on top of it and try and zigzag over the fibre. You don't need to be back stitching anyway. You can if you want to start it off. The thing is, you'll be cutting it into pieces, so it doesn't really matter. Just try and run over your fibre if you can, and then just keep doing that all the way. I might need to use my fingers there. I think that doesn't want to move. It's always good to have something to, you know, move it around with. Like that, okay. Of course, if you want it really tidy, you don't have to do that, but I don't like mine that tidy. I like mine all runched up. Yes, I like that. And then this sort of thing can be added to your pages, to your embellishments, to your envelopes, anything really, just to make it look pretty. Sometimes the sari silk should be ironed, I think. I just want to straighten it a little bit so I've got something to work with there. Tulle and that over the top like that. So I hope you enjoyed this little video today. I'm feeling so much better getting back into doing it rather than just thinking about doing something. Actually doing it is fun, it's great. And with things like this, you can add your flowers, little flowers, perhaps not that one's a bit weak. Looking for something here. There's a little bow. Little tea stain bow there. You could add something like that. You can add, what have we got over here? Flower, perhaps. Not that one. But you get the idea. Look, everything's falling down now because I'm rustling around. This is what happens. Little beady bits. Buttons. Buttons are always wonderful. And pearls. I must get some buttons out, I think, because I think I've used all the ones in my trays over here, which is good, but I need some more on hand. You know, you can do all sorts of things. So there we go. What are we going to call them? Little edge strips, because they're great for the edges of your pages. You just put that on the edge of your page, glue it on. You don't have to worry about doing anything. You know, like where's that first book I've made? Where is it? It's stitched together already. This one. If I want, no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh goodness. Oh, here it is, down the bottom. Like I've already sewn all this one together, but if I decided, I went through it and thought, you know, let's find a page. All right, that page looks a little bit a little bit bare, then I could grab some of this and just glue it on and make it look pretty, or glue it that way perhaps, because that side's a bit weaker. But how pretty is that, just to glue that on there, or on the top, or I think there's still a couple of tuck spots I've got to do in here, which I was going to do as I went through. I don't know, are they in here? No, they're not in here. I think they're in this one over here, like, because I've started doing little bits on this one. That's got a bow. I think there's another one in here somewhere that I just shoved in like that. Okay. You know, that can go on there, and that can go in there like that. And then I can back that, like I can make that a little bit more narrow, I think. Trim that thread off. I don't like my threads left too long. I don't mind little bits, but I don't like them too long. Perhaps that's like, so I like the ripped edge there. I can put that on there like that, and then another piece on the back to keep it strong. I could use this, because I really don't like the colour of that very much, but I do like this because it's got that nice aged look. So I can use that as, let's have a look, as a guide. That will go on the back of there, and that'll be a nice little tuck spot to put on. Yes, it will. I actually want to sew it, I think, but I want to glue the top piece, so let's just glue across the top, because I don't need to oh, why is that coming out so quickly all of a sudden? I think because I shook it up before. Okay, put that there like that, like that. Does it matter if it's showing a little bit? It does, because I don't particularly like it. Alright, like that. And then I can stitch around there and there. And that's that. I'll just ink that little bit that's showing at the top there. That, maybe a little bit of ink, not a lot, not a lot. And that's the other side. A nice little button or something on there. And that can go, but I can do that. That can go in there like that. I could even put a bit of glue under there if I didn't want that lifting too much. But you could also use that like another little tuck spot if you wanted, but I don't think so. I might put a bit of glue actually, because that's going to catch a bit. Okay, and then I can decorate that a little bit later. But that's how you can use them. Really quite simple and quite effective. Put that back in there. And I think that's it for this little tutorial today. Thank you for joining me, and do take care, everybody. Stay happy. Bye.